Welcome back to Let's Talk World with Maria. And on the break, we are actually talking about sushi and meet and greet, a new event again coming up. So better watch that date, because for those people who missed our meet and greet a few weeks ago, would be able to come on this one. And yes, I have a brand new guest, Mr. Cook.
Mr. Cook. My name's Daryl.
Daryl.
My name's Daryl Kalk.
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 Oh, I was pronouncing it wrong.
No, it's all right. Everybody does.
Oh yeah? Do they call you Chalk all the time?
Or other variations of that. Clark.
Clark, yeah.
Other things. They'll throw an O in there that doesn't go there.
You
can
water?
use your imagination on that one.
Yeah, why do they call you like that?
I don't know. Basically, what I tell people, it's kind of like the word talk. It's like there's the word talk, T-A-L-K.
Yeah,
There's the word walk, W-A-L-K, and my last name is C-A-L-K. So like talk, walk, calk. It's just there. No.
Sorry. Well, anyways, we're live, so you can see anything here. But anyways, Mr. Cook.
Okay.
So anyways, he is part of our Peter Pan productions, actually.
Yes, I'm the voice of Captain Hook.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that.
Yeah.
Because when I hear you guys 2 weeks ago, I loved with JC.
Yeah.
That's just fun for me.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to do when you actually get into the studio and get to do these read-throughs.
I want to see this. I want to see when you guys do it.
What we do is we actually go to the studio of our friend James Presley.
Mm-hmm.
He has a studio set up where we do all the recording. If you follow James on Facebook, James Presley Music, and I'm sure his personal page, he puts pictures up of the recording sessions and he tags all the cast in there and things like that. And you can actually see some of the shots, and he has pictures of you like in the middle of it, going at it.
I see that a lot. I always like his posts. So.
Right. Yeah, and really when you go in and record it, sometimes there's placeholder audio, and when the placeholder audio actually for this particular read through, that he went through and read every line and put it on a different track.
Oh,
and then when we go in the studio, we would hear him reading it and then play off of that. Well, I was fortunate enough, because being Captain Hook, my lines are interacting with JC's character, Mr. Shmee, and JC had already recorded his lines. So I was actually listening to JC's recording in my headset.
Yeah.
So it's like he was there and I was playing off of him, and because we were in character, even though we're doing voice acting, this is going to be animated. So in order to get your voice correct, or any type of voice acting, you have to animate yourself. It's kind of like they tell you, if you've ever worked at a call center or in any type of customer service where you talk to people on the phone, they say smile when you talk, because people can hear the smile. Because your voice tone changes when you smile. Your expression and how you're presenting yourself comes across in your voice.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to be a big menacing captain, I have to act big and menacing.
Yeah.
So if the parts for me to be happy or whatever, I can talk like this and just be fine. But if I'm Captain Hook and my point's to be mean, I have to be mean, I have to be gruff, I have to be, you have to be in that mindset of...
I don't know how you guys can do that.
Be like, I'll get that Peter Pan! You have to have that whole menacing mindset, and it's a cartoon, so it's fine to be cartoonish and over the top,
That's amazing. Well, it's not only voice, you're not just doing voiceover. As I can see it on your shirt.
Oh yeah, with my Neon Sun Media.
Yeah.
Neon Sun Media is my company here in Las Vegas. I do digital media production, advertising, and marketing services for businesses of all sizes. Basically, what I do is business owners tend to want to focus on their business. If you're a chef, you got in business because you wanted to serve people food, you wanted to prepare dishes. You didn't get into business because you wanted to run advertising campaigns and design billboards. You want to cook. If you're an attorney, you studied law. You probably didn't study social media marketing.
Yep.
What I do is I take the stress off of business owners by giving them one point of contact for them to be able to talk to, and they can just tell me, this is what I want, this is what my goals are, and I can sit down with them and have a meeting and say, This is how we're going to accomplish that, lay out a plan for them, and then
Nice.
come up with a solution for them so that way they don't have to stress about it. They can do what they do and let us handle the rest.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I worked for a company for almost 11 years where they did website hosting and they did servicing of clients' websites like search engine optimization and Google AdWords, Facebook ads, things like that. And I was actually on the team initially that was customer support. And then
Wow.
later on I moved up to running a team that did special interests such as the SEO and digital marketing and things like that. And whereas the company was really good about trying to provide an all-inclusive solution for clients, there were a lot of places where the ball was just dropped. Things that businesses really need to help promote, other parts of the puzzle for the complete marketing picture that just weren't offered by that company. And we were really letting down our clients. It was a disservice to them to not be able to give them those things that they needed, to not be able to say, we can provide you with an outlet for outdoor media. We can provide you with something if you want to do radio or television advertising. It wasn't something that we did. So when I left the company and sought to create my own enterprise, I wanted to make sure that I wanted to use the skills that I had built to be able to provide a solution to people that they weren't going to feel left out in the cold. They were
Yep.
going to know that once they came on board with my company, that they were going to be taken care of, and anything that they needed, we would handle.
So you have your one-stop shop here when it comes to marketing, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I find this guy too. It's not because only he is Mr. Cook, but also because he actually have a lot to offer on the table. And I know that you guys might know that I am a big social media person, but I still need somebody on the technical side, on this side, and that side. I cannot do everything. I know I'm a superwoman for sure. However, I still have some flaws. And
Well, it's not so much that it's flaws. It's just everybody is good at what their skill set lies in, and not everybody can do everything for their business. And,
Of course not,
and
yeah.
like I was mentioned, you're running an entire social media shows, the page and the company and the videos and the different coordinating the different hosts and doing all this stuff. You don't have the time to focus on the marketing. That's where somebody like me comes in and can actually say, we're going to put these ad campaigns out for you. All you have to do is approve them, let me know if you want to make changes, and then I take care of it.
see, Lance Parvin, you told me before, people will just come. Don't actually seek for them.
Right. And so it's a matter of, if you're presenting quality content that people actually want to see, if you're doing something that's going to catch people's interest and you're filling a role that nobody else is doing, and this doesn't just apply to social media.
Yeah.
Sorry, this applies to all businesses. There's an old adage when you're starting a business of find a need, fill a need. And in
I like that.
And in today's market, almost every need you can think of is being fulfilled. If you think of any industry, there's always competition. And the reason that there's competition is because a lot of core services, let's take something that everybody uses, plumbing. It's not a glamorous job. It's a job that not a lot of people want to even think about ever having to do. But it's something that needs to be done. It's something that all of us rely on every day. Running water, you name it, bathroom fixtures, these things need to be installed, they need to be upgraded, things break, they need to be fixed. A lot of people either don't have the skills or the want to do it themselves, so they hire professionals. Now,
Outsourcing.
in an industry like that, it's very high competition because you're really not doing anything that every other company isn't going to do. Anybody can send out a guy with the drain snake. Anybody can send out a guy with the plunger that can weld copper pipes together or fix a leak. Every bonded licensed plumbing company in town is going to be able to do that. But maybe your company has a specialty where you specialize in kitchen remodeling or marble fixtures. And maybe that's what your company does different than everybody else. Or maybe your company only installs 24 karat gold toilets. I don't know. maybe not every company is going to offer that. It's about finding that thing with your company that you can focus on, that you can promote. And I like to use that industry for an example because if you're doing things like sports industries, if you're selling sports memorabilia, let's say, for example, because obviously we have the Vegas Golden Knights here, and people would want to advertise.
We have all
things.
the sports here in Vegas now.
Correct. And people, let's say, if you wanted to sell things that were hockey memorabilia, it would be really easy for you to run ads and focus on people that have said that they liked hockey on Facebook or things like that. Nobody's going online and saying, I like plumbing. It's assumed if you have internet and you live in a first world country, you have access to plumbing and you utilize running water. So it's not as easy as, let's say you're a hairstylist, you're going to target a demographic. You're going to say you typically want, a female audience between this age range that might like a certain, thing or another, and then you can target for that. Plumbing, you can't. The same thing goes for electricians. The same thing goes for people that do HVAC. We live in Las Vegas. This is a desert. If you don't have air conditioning, you die. It's very hot. It's very.
That's a reality.
It's a reality,
But you know what? This is what I notice is a lot of businesses that fails actually is not because they don't have enough customer or enough clients, but it's because they actually they actually left behind marketing. They just open their door and start selling. You cannot do that. You need to have marketing people actually to market your business, because even though how good you are, even how good your product is, if you don't have that proper marketing behind you, more likely you're gonna.
The most simple way to put it is this: if nobody knows that you exist, you don't get business.
Exactly.
And that's all marketing is. Marketing is just whether it's digital marketing, whether it's outdoor marketing,
any type of marketing,
whether it's doing videos or anything on YouTube or anything like that. It's just the modern day version of standing on a soapbox in town square and screaming, "I'm here, pay attention to me." You have to let people know you exist.
Exactly.
And a lot of businesses don't know how to do that, or they have an idea of what they need to do, but they don't know how to implement it.
Yes,
and that's what I
agree.
do.
Yes,
I'm the person that can implement it for them.
Yes,
I'm a facilitator. That's what I do. Is I'm the best kind of enabler. I enable your business to have more people come in the door.
So how they can find you?
You can find me online at neonsunmedia.com. I'm also available on Facebook. There's Neon Sun Media Facebook page.
Or they can actually message me on social media shows.
Correct. Either way, they're all viable ways to contact me. There's contact forms of the site. There's phone numbers on there, or messaging Maria directly. All ways you can get a hold of me if you need to market your business.
Yes. So let's market our business. That's the only way we can survive in this world of businesses.
Yeah, if no one knows you exist, if no one knows your doors are open, you're not going to get any business. And a lot of times now, a lot of businesses aren't brick and mortar anymore. A lot of businesses are going online.
Yes.
And what happens is when you have an online-based business, a lot of people will start a website and they'll have a domain name and they'll set up a website and they'll make the site live and they'll go, okay, site's up. I'm waiting for customers.
You see the changing of everything right now. Changing. If you see on these social media shows, you don't see a lot of people actually posting anything on social media nowadays. Everybody is actually just posting advertisement, ads, and everything. So everything is going on online. Marketing wise. So
there's a flood of information, and there's what happens. There's basically this block that happens with people. So when you hear, it's like when you hear a sound over and over again, eventually your brain filters it out. A lot of people that have been in relationships in a long time know about this, and a lot of guys are guilty of this. When like their wife's talking at them, even if they're in the same room, after a minute they go, "What?" Like, I just told you need to repeat yourself, because like they just zoned it out. And the same thing happens with marketing. You see enough commercials, you see enough advertisements, you see enough things thrown at you saying, buy this, look at this, come to our hotel, use our resort, use our cleaning product, buy our car. And people are just like, I don't care. You have to be creative. And that's when having a company like Neon Sun Media comes into play.
Yeah.
We know
How many years you've been doing this?
I've been doing this for over a decade. Neon Sun
There
Media,
you go.
Neon Sun Media, my company has actually been around for the past year. And it's because we wanted to set ourselves apart from everybody else. Because something else that I haven't mentioned that a lot of people realize when they're thinking about marketing their business is cost.
Yeah.
When you're having to deal with 3, 4, 5, 10 different companies, that's 10 different people you have to pay for services.
Yep.
That's having to pay people. You're having to pay a designer. You're having to pay somebody to put your ads on the billboards. You're having to pay somebody to run media campaigns. And they all have different pricing structures, and they all have different minimums that you need to pay for facilitating this. And eventually, by the time you're done with that, you realize that your marketing budget is just evaporated. You might not have any more clients in the door, and you have these clients that you've set, or these companies that you've set up agreements with, and they're demanding payment, and you're sitting there as a business owner going, well, I need people. Well, that's where dealing with a single company saves you that added cost, because you're not having to split your marketing budget 6 different ways.
That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Well, that is Daryl Kalk.
Yes.
Kalk. See, I didn't ask you that in the beginning. That's why I know his name, but I'm just actually really, really bad in pronunciation sometimes. But with Neon Sun Media, please call him about your marketing, because you know what? You probably get a better deal on this one. But call me first, because we have a better discount here at Social Media Shows. Right?
Right.
Well, yeah. His information is below the screen, so go ahead and actually give him a call. Try it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And if you give us a call, mention Social Media Shows. For any clients that come in and mention Maria's show, we'll give you a 20% discount on any new services that come in.
Don't worry, because you're gonna part with Social Media Shows too.
Yes.
Yes. See, and you know what? I have a lot other things I want to talk about, because I heard a lot of things about behind the scene.
Oh, yeah.
We want to talk about those clubs, those things happen in Vegas, but you know what? That's gonna be on the next show.
Right? Yeah. That's definitely a different show for different topic from this show. But it's something that we can explore further.
Oh yes, definitely. Well, anyways, viewers, thank you so much for tuning in, and stand by for the last segment, and I'll see you later. Bye now.
Bye.